Hello everyone, and I welcome you back to a new session of this channel. Our today's topic is related to modern methods of capital budgeting. And what are included in this modern methods? The first one is as net present value or NPV. The second one is profitability index, and the third one is internal rate of return. In this lecture, we are going to study only the first and second one. The third one will be studied in next class. In previous lecture, we studied the traditional methods. The traditional methods of capital budgeting. But in this lecture, we are going to study the modern methods of capital budgeting. What are the exact difference between the modern methods and traditional methods? The traditional methods does not consider the time value of money. It does not consider the time when the months, years, weeks or days are passed out. But in our modern methods, we are going to consider the time value of money. We gave it an example. Suppose today I have $100 and the worth of this $100 is equal to $100 for today only, for today. But this $100 in future may not be the same as $100 for today. Suppose today I have $100 and I expense it, then that is having the value of $100. But tomorrow or another week or next month or next year, that $100 may come to $90, or it may be $80, or it may be $70. I don't know how much would be. It is this sign is equal. The reason is because the time is flowing, and when the time flows, inflation is happening. The cost of commodities or whatever we are purchasing from the market is increasing. That is why this 100 rupees is not the same in the future. That may be less than this 100 rupees in the present. The very first method of capital budgeting, I mean modern method, is NPV, net present value. NPV is a method used to determine the current value of all future cash outflows generated by a project, including the initial investment. Suppose we purchased a machinery for $10,000. This is the initial investment. This is $10,000 we gave for machinery. And when after this year we are receiving the inflows from this machinery, suppose in first year we receive $2,000, in second year we receive $3,000, and maybe in third year we receive something like 2,000-3,000, or in fourth year, and the life duration of this project or this machinery is 5 years. When we have these cash inflows, 2,000, 3,000 or 4,000 or whatever, these money which we are receiving is not equal as they are looking there in present term, and we have to calculate that, because this is the difference between the modern method and the traditional method. Because the modern method does not consider this amount as 2,000 in present value or this 3,000 in the present value. It may be something less. And here we are having some rules. This rule says that when NPV is greater than 0, accept the project. When the NPV is less than the 0, reject the project. Or sometime when NPV is equal to 0, you can consider as to accept it or to reject it. Here we have an example. A stationery company purchases a machinery for printing what they are printing, like newspapers or books, textbooks, whatever, and the cost of that machinery is $70,000. The discount rate is 5%. Now we will learn what is this 5%. Suppose the inflation rate in the country is 5%. That is why we are having a discount rate of 5%, because we have to minimize, subtract this 5% from the amount we are receiving in the future. Here we go for the example. We will learn it more in example. We are having a project for $70,000 as we say, and we receive the lifetime of this project is 5 years. This is the first year, second, third, fourth, and 5 years. In first year we are receiving $15,000, second year $20,000, and coming down to fifth year we are receiving $20,000. Now here, as a financial manager, we have to give advice to the company, either to select or not to select the project. We just gave this answer. We should go for this project. Should we go or should we not go? Answering that question, the total of 5 years is the lifetime of this project. It means we have to recover this 70,000 through these 5 years. And there is PVIF, and it stands for present value interest factor. As I said, through the years, passage of the years, we are having inflation rates and interest rates. That is why this is calculated to find the net present value. The future cash flow would be calculated to present, what it cost us in present. For the 0 year, we take it as 1. This is 1 for the 0 year. It is the year we invested the money in the project, and it is under the bracket because we have to recover this money, because this money is in minus. For the second year, it is 0.952, and from where we found this? From this table. You can Google it and receive it from Google, because this chart is available there. It shows for every percentage, for 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%, and for 5%. As we need this 5%, because we say the discount rate is 5%, and we need for how many years? 1 year, 2 years, third year, fourth year, and fifth year. So we take all these amounts here. These are for 5 years. So 0.952 and continuously going on here. And also here we can calculate that PVIF is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus R power to T. T means here the times, how many times it will happen. Suppose we have to find this one. PVIF is equal to, we take this one, 1 divided by, it is with formula 1 plus, how much is the percentage? R. It is 5%, so when we take it as numerical, we take it as 0.05 times 1. So we take times 1, and when we calculate it, if you have calculators, so calculate it, you will receive this amount. This amount would be there. And for finding the other, suppose for second year we need 2 times, for third year we need 3 times. So you just press that equal sign in your calculator after finding this one for the value for the first year. Just put this equal mark, you will get for second year, and if you press it 3 times, you will get for third year this amount, and for fourth year, and for 5 years continuously. What is profitability index? It is another modern approach of capital budgeting decision. And how we calculate this one? We take all the present value of cash flows and we divide it to initial investment. Our all cash inflows, as we saw in the project, is 76,038 rupees, and our initial investment, as you remember, our initial investment was 70,000. So we divide these two elements with each other, and our answer is 1.086. And here are the rules. It says accept the project if profitability index is greater than 1. So it is greater than 1. We see that it is greater than 1. It is 1.086. So if for example the project the profitability index is less than 1, suppose if it was 0.93, so we would have rejected this project because this project was not acceptable for us. And if sometime profitability index is equal to 1, we may have some decisions if the managing directors are deciding if it seems profitable, they may go for that project or they may not. Again, we go for this example. If we see now here that this project is 10.86. Suppose we have another project and the result is 1.368. So according to you, should we select this project or should we go for this project? We know higher the profitability index, higher would be the profit of organization. So we go for this one. Definitely we will select this one. And in NPV, net present value, what we did, we just subtracted this 70,000 from 76,038 rupees, and the result was 6,038 rupees. So our NPV is equal to how much? Our NPV is equal to 6,038 rupees. And what was the rule? The rule was when the NPV is greater than 0, the project would be acceptable. So we accepted that project. And if suppose there was another project and that project was amounted or subjected to 8,000. Suppose we saw and that was as $8,000. Now again, I have a question from you. What we should do? Should we select this project or should we go for this project? It is obvious that we should go for this project because it gives us $8,000 rather than $6,038. I hope you've enjoyed from this video. And if it is yes, and you have truly learned something, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe the channel. And also press this bell icon so you will receive my next video when I upload that. I see you in next video.